Good evening once again. I want to welcome you all to Math Invisible tutorial. In our previous video, I talked about sword, starting from radicals. And radicals, when you talk about radicals, you are talking about root and sword, and some basic rules that you must follow. Shows that a square root of x will never be equal to what? A root of x. Shall you get now? Another thing is that a root of negative number, if it is odd, there is a solution for it, and if that a is odd, there is a solution for it, and if that a is what is negative, there is what? If that a is even number, there is no solution for it. So those are the three things, especially that number one, you must take note of it. A square root of x will never be equal to 8 root of x. Note that. So I know that 4 and 5 too. Let me just zoom in so that you can have a better view of it. So you see, when your a is odd, when you have this expression for 4, it will be odd. There will definitely be solution. It now depends on what the value of a is taking. Are you with me now? And what is inside that bracket? Sure, you get now. But if a is even number, don't bother to stress yourself when what is inside that root symbol is what is negative. There will never be solution if it's a is even number. So let's go to rules of sword. So everything in mathematics has their own rule. We've done a lot of rules in indices, even in integration. There are some basic things you must know there. So but here we are focusing on sword. So what are the rules of sword? The a and b can be classed under what? Addition and subtraction rule of sword. So whenever you have expressions shows that the sword, that square root of x is a sword. Whenever you have that expression shows that they are the what is serving as the coefficient of that sword, they are having different coefficient. Let me just put it that way. Same sword, different coefficient is being attached, and we are adding it together. You can factorize out. That is what I think that is the best language to use there. You can factorize that sword out, and you have the expression at the front of that equality sign. That is a rule. That is, inside parentheses, a plus b will be multiplied by what? Square root of x. X can be anything. Just have it at the back of your mind that x is a positive number actually. And a for b, a square root of x minus b square root of x, the same thing. You factorize out the constant sort there, which we now have what? A into what? Inside parentheses, a minus b close multiplied by what? Square root of x. So those are the things. C down to I will classify them as something you can use when you are dealing with multiplication of sword and division of sword. So, and you will need it in finding or in rationalizing and then conjugate base of a thing. I will soon explain it too, but let me just explain these rules of sword. So C said that what? When you are multiplying two sword together, two same sword together, the expression will definitely give you what? Give you hex. Same the letters, the number that inside that what? Inside that root form. That is square root of x multiplied by square root of x will definitely what? Give you x. Another thing is that d. When you have n root of x being raised to power n, that is when your indices is being the same thing as, that is the number of indices, that is the power, the index is equal to the root number. Definitely that x that inside that root will be what? Will be, your expression will be equal to that x. Let me just put it that way. Hope you get my illustration and my analysis. So n root x raised to power n will definitely give you hex. You must know that. Those are the basic things, especially when you are dealing with JAMB. All these basic things, they test these basic things in JAMB. So that is why you need to know this. Jump don't give you gigantic question or complex question. It's a simple question that needs simple rules for you to apply and get it within 1 minute. Shey you get? Now that is why you must understand all these rules. So all these basic rules actually. So whenever your the expression inside your root, whenever they have different expression but they have the same uh index, let me put it that way. Yeah, so you can express it in this, what is at the front of that equality sign. I'm referring to this e now, e rule. So n root x multiplied by n root y can be expressed as well, n root inside that root x multiplied by y. So you can see f2, n root x over n divided by, yeah, all over n root y equals to what? Everything inside n root, everything n root x divided by y. So you can express it in that format too. So and g is what? Is n root x multiplied by m root y when the number attached with the root is different. Now you can express it in this form, shows that you have m multiplied by m square root x raised to power m multiplied by x raised to power y. Look at this very well. You will see that because you're having different coefficients of root, you can see that inside that root they interchange their what? They interchange their powers or their index. So you must note this thing, all this thing you must note it down. That is, m root x multiplied by m root y will definitely be equals to this expression m multiplied by m root x raised to power m multiplied by y raised to power n. You will see that they interchange their what? They interchange the value of their root. The same thing applicable to h. You can see that n root x, this is diffusion rule or quotient rule regarding this index too. When your root is having different power, check you get now, different values. So n root x all over m root y can be expressed as what? M multiplied by m root x raised to power m divided by y raised to, you can see that they interchange their word too. They interchange their power when the expression at the front of that equality being made. That is h. And this one, n root m root x can definitely be expressed as what? N times n root x. You must note this down too. Let me just zoom out so that you can have a better view of what I've been saying since. These are all the rules that we make use of, whether in addition or subtraction, or whether you are multiplying or dividing or sort. So just count through, look at it, master it. So look at it, master it. So in the next video, because that addition and subtraction of sort, I solved a lot of questions actually, and I would like to explain like 4-5 questions there if time permits. So next video we work on addition and subtraction of sort. Thank you.